for you the way you should do it.
No. Okay.
Yeah, ready? Okay, this is how it should sound.
Okay.
Lost it. Okay, hold on. All right, ready? Okay, ready?
Okay.
BC Radio.
See, no, that's not how it's supposed to sound.
How is it supposed to sound? What do you mean? Have you never listened to a radio station?
Yeah, but I feel like it should just be like BC Radio.
What are you, a cheap dime store hood? That was terrible. That was awful.
So.
No, just go.
This is BC Radio. I'm Cheyenne, and this is Ryan.
You just don't sound excited. You sound like I have a gun under the table pointed at you. Like,
you think so?
Yeah.
And this is why I don't do the intro.
All right, here, I got it. Ready?
Okay. It's going to be like BC Radio.
Ready? Right here, ready? Welcome back to BC Radio. Thank you for watching. Got a really good show for you guys today.
It's BC Radio.
Don't ASMR people. That's gonna.
Oh.
You're gonna get some real nasty reactions to that. Gooners.
BC Radio.
And you're gonna do it anyway. I just told you not to do it. Welcome back to BC Radio. I'm your co-host Brian. I'm joined by
Cheyenne.
Yeah, and we're gonna have a really good show today. I feel like we were a little tired when we came in.
2 hours of sleep.
But found our energy. 2 hours of sleep. I don't know how long I slept, but I kept, when I did eventually fall asleep, I kept waking up in the middle of the night. But before I could, dash cam footage on TikTok is going to kill me. I can't stop. And I don't know what it is. It's like every time at 1 a.m., that's when they start. And then before I know it, it's like 3:30 in the morning. And I'm like, dude, it's like dash cam and body cam footage.
Maybe I need to look into that.
No, dude, I miss not being on TikTok. And I wouldn't be on it.
I was so upset when you deactivated.
No, I was happy, dude.
I
was way happier, dude.
I was like, who am I going to send
my skin was glowing.
Glowing?
Yeah, dude.
It still is.
No, it's not. I look like shit. But
it looks better than my skin.
I mean, that's easy. I'm beautiful.
Yeah.
You take a lot of work, not me. I wake up and I'm gorgeous.
Oh, I'm old.
Yeah, you are. Dude, you just had a birthday too.
I did have a birthday.
You're what, 32 now?
33.
You know, as funny as it is to say that like we're close to 30, it's also not that funny.
No, it's like actually really serious.
It's very serious.
Serious.
Because the 30 is the new 20.
Yeah.
I think so. Everyone seems to think so, right? Y'all think? I think so.
I woke up the other day and I felt my bones cracking. And I'm not fucking actually, like, I'm not even kidding you. Like, it's like I turned 26 and then it just went downhill from there. Actually, it went downhill when I turned 25, really.
You know,
but it's just going more downhill now.
I'm not a doctor. I'm not an expert on anything.
I should probably get that checked out.
But in my expert opinion, I think this might have something to do with years of bad eating habits.
Okay.
Not
lack
a very
of exercise.
Yeah, lack of exercise. A lot of alcohol, lots of cigarettes, and
we're working on it.
We're working on it though. We're trying to be better. Cutting down the drinking.
Yes. I'm working on not drinking.
Speaking of, you know what bang right now?
A beer.
Dude, it's so fucking bad. On the drive here, I was like, fuck, I should have picked up some.
No, wait, because why was I thinking the same thing? But I was like, no, I'm trying not to drink as often. But then I was like, because I was telling someone, I was like, I'm not going to really be drinking that much. And they're like, isn't your podcast kind of like based off of drinking a little bit? And I was like, yeah, we do talk about beer a lot.
So look, there we go again, talking about beer.
Maybe the podcast is an exception.
Yeah.
Because like,
this is work. We get to drink at work.
Nice.
This is that's the great thing. If you guys make us famous, we will get to live our dream of drinking on the job. And I can't think of anything more beautiful and American. So, I mean, you know, just help us out, you know? Spread the word. Show your friends.
Yeah. I think that just trying an ice cold new brewski every episode would be ideal and nice.
We do that.
Well, we started, but then we really stopped.
Yeah, we ill prepared for this one. But here's what we could do. I need to stop moving.
You're fidgeting.
Yeah. Like trying so
I'm trying. Look who's fidgeting now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Usually I have like the 2 vapes and I'm like, but I'm trying to quit nicotine, guys.
Yeah, it's a nasty habit, dude. People want to live long. I don't know why, but people want to live longer. Well, I have a reason to live longer now.
You have a child on the way.
I have a child on the way. Dude,
I don't.
I am so excited to have this child.
I'm I'm really excited too.
Right? Everyone is so hyped to see me have this kid, me and my lady, and I'm gonna love this guy, dude. Was it a couple weeks ago, maybe last month? I don't quite remember now, but I felt him kick for the first time, and I'll be honest.
Was it scary?
No, man, I was tearing up a little bit.
Really?
And
I would have too. Duh.
It was so cool because like she's been feeling him for a while, but like,
right. But you haven't.
like, and every time she would try and record it, because like you can see when they move. So every time she'd try and record it, but then he would stop. So I never saw it. And then we were just laying down and I was holding her and I felt him kick. And I was like,
does that freak you out at all?
No, dude, it's cool.
I personally feel like if I had something growing inside of me, I would be a little freaked out.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Duh. Weird.
Like, I don't know.
I don't think.
It just kind of freaks me out a little.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a woman, so I don't have to think about those things. But.
I guess so.
No, it was awesome. And every time now, like last night, she was holding me finally.
God, finally.
She was holding me, but like, so her like stomach was on my back, so I could feel him like kicking my back, and I was like, "This is awesome."
Aw, that's really sweet. And that's very wholesome.
Every time my mom and like my grandma go to like the mall or the store or whatever, they like buy a bunch of baby clothes. She bought him this like, her and my dad were at Buc-ee's and they found this like little baseball outfit. It's
that's so cute.
Like a little baseball jersey, but the buttons are little baseballs. It's got a little red hat, but on the front of it, it's a baseball. And like little gray shorts. Awesome.
That's so sweet. Yeah, I still need to order some stuff off y'all's registry.
Yeah, no, I mean, totally.
We should put y'all's registry link in our podcast thing. Just to do it.
I think, but what you're forgetting to mention is that you are more popular than me. And so, like, all the people that watch are mostly your friends.
No, that's not true.
I think that's very true.
I think a lot of the people who watch are mutual
Otto
friends.
just nodded in agreement.
I think a lot of the people who watch are mutual friends.
They know Brian because of you, Shy.
Yeah. You're their first friend.
That's not true.
It's true. And I'm okay with that. That's
I feel like a lot of the people who watch are like mutually both from like Zoomies mostly and knew both of us. Because you have like a lot of people. I think you have more people, personally.
I like to think I'm more popular, but I think it would feed my ego a lot to think that I'm more popular than you. But I'm not. I'm definitely not.
Why does everyone always say that?
Because being popular is cool.
But like I don't have.
Here's the thing. I'm secretly not over high school because I was not a very popular kid in high school. So now I'm like, dude, I'm 20 in my 20s and I'm fucking awesome. I rule, dude.
You're using me for my popularity.
Yeah, exactly, man. Because
that's why I'm on the podcast.
Everyone meets me and they're like, this guy rocks.
Yeah.
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 That
is true.
Yeah. I'm awesome. Yeah. Right? I think everyone agrees.
I feel like nobody has ever said anything bad about you.
Not to my face or to you.
Well, they probably know we have a podcast together.
There's a lot of bad things that could be said about me.
Honestly, Jesus. Yeah, probably.
Wait, what? Are you serious?
Just how you like say things sometimes. Like I could see how it could be perceived bad by somebody who doesn't know you. But I know you, so it's
fine. Because you're right. I had when I worked down at Sugarland, I had an associate who I hired her. I didn't fully train her. We had another manager do that, but every time we worked together, because you know me, I like to fuck around and just like say rude shit.
Yeah.
But it's never like malicious. But for like,
I think you're just a dick.
Me too.
Didn't need to be said. Didn't need to be agreed upon either. But,
but it's like funny.
Yeah, and so for like 6 months that she worked there, she like hated working with me. She would switch her shifts if she could, and all the other associates were like, "Dude, why do you hate her so much?" And I'm like, "Ooh, like why do you hate this girl?" And I'm like, number one, she's like 16. Why would I hate a 16-year-old girl? What could I possibly gain from that? Like, number two, no, I don't hate her. And they're like, yeah, you do. And I'm like, I don't treat her any differently than I treat all of you. And they're like, oh yeah, you're kind of right.
I can see how like someone would want to switch shifts with someone else to avoid working with you.
Oh, so I'm just an ugly piece of shit?
Yes.
Okay.
No, but sometimes like when I would go into Zoomies for a shift and like you would be working, dude, this motherfucker plays the music so fucking loud and I'll go in there and he just looks like he hates his life. Hates his life. Like he does not look like he wants to be approached at all. like at all.
I can't help that.
But like luckily like we're friends, so like I never had the issue of you. Like you look like when I would go up to you, you'd be fine. But like if I didn't know you or if I was like a new worker, I could understand why somebody would think that you hated them.
That's just my face though. Well, I mean,
you also go like mute.
why?
Yeah, sometimes like you're just like in the zone, like you're like I don't want to fucking be here, like type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
no,
it has
100%.
nothing.
I
Huh?
thought he did.
No, the thing is like it seems like you don't like someone when in reality you just hate your job.
Yeah, no,
Yes,
yeah, I
you just
see
don't
that.
like to work.
Yeah, you know what? It's not that I don't like my job because I like selling to people.
Well, you don't like
I just hate
being
working.
there.
Yeah, I hate
you don't
working.
Like to do anything.
if I could not do anything for the rest of my life, that'd be awesome.
And that's why we both wish that we got paid to do nothing.
Yeah, I think we should.
Well, not do nothing because we like to do things.
No, because like 100%, if I don't work, like right now that I've had so many off days, I want to kill myself. Like I want my life to end. I'm so bored.
It sucks. Maybe you need a hobby.
I have plenty of hobbies. Why? I'm confused.
What do you do?
Well, I play my games, right? That's a hobby.
Okay.
I watch a lot of sports and I keep up with that.
You do that.
That's a hobby.
That's true.
I'm really big into genealogy. I don't know if you know that about me.
So is my mom.
I love it. I'm all about it. I recently found out, I found a picture of my great grandfather. So the guy who raised my dad for the most part, I saw a picture of his dad because I've never seen him before. I've seen pictures of him when he's probably into his late 40s, him and his wife. So my great grandmother, and a picture of him when he's really old, where I get my big nose from. Because I showed.
Well, that explains a lot.
Yeah, I showed a picture of him to my grandma, and I was like, "Hey, do you recognize this guy?" She goes, "Yeah, that's my grandpa. I'd recognize that big nose anywhere." And I was like, "Damn, that's great." She goes, "That's where you get it from." And I was like, "Okay, thanks."
That was unnecessary.
Yeah, so genealogy is the study of I don't know how you would quite define it, but it's just pretty much filling out your family tree and your ancestors. Super big into it. Because I mean, to me, philosophically, we are nothing but all that came before us. So like filling out family tree is figuring out. So I know my dad's parents, mom's parents, right? I know my dad's mom's parents. I know my grandma, my mom's mom, and that's really it. I knew all three of them growing up. I've known three of my great grandparents. I'm very lucky for that. I'm very fortunate for that. But I didn't really know a lot about my other great grandparents or their parents, but I've found a lot of stuff. Like I found out my great grandma. She's the one who raised my dad as well. Her dad was a soldier for Pancho Villa during the Mexican Revolution. I saw a picture of him too. He left his home and followed Pancho Villa when he was 14 and fought for, I think,
Damn, he really into this shit.
all 10 years he fought with him. I've seen pictures of my dad's father and grandfather and his grandmother. Never seen him. And it's really cool because you get to see like all your features of yourself and your parents and your siblings like in them.
Like Ancestry.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's literally like Ancestry.
But that's like
No, that's what I use. Yeah, I'm super into it because like one, I'm just into history. Like
Same,
every
I
once in a
feel that.
while, I'll get into like for like 3 weeks. I'm like, dude, I don't have a fact on hand right now, but because I love history, I love my family. It just intersects one perfect thing. So those are my hobbies right now.
My mom used to be so deep into like genealogy. She had like a whole like kind of file thing full of just like documents and stuff that she's like learned over like the years and shit.
Yeah,
It's like actually really cool though. Like, because I feel like, especially now that you're having a child, like you can teach that to your kid. And like, I think it's so important to learn where you came from too. Cause like not everybody really knows shit about where they came from, especially I feel like in this day and age, like nobody really pays attention to that shit.
Yeah, it's
America.
well,
at least in
actually, so
America, yeah.
here's the funny thing. As a Mexican, really difficult. Because yeah, and you would think it would make it easier to narrow people down, but it doesn't. And then especially when they migrate or immigrate, because they'll have their Mexican name and then they'll go by another name,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're like, what government document were they like? Because they'll have passports and they'll be like, yeah, everyone. Like I have a great great grandfather who I cannot find anything about except for one where he's listed on his son's death certificate, but he's listed as Frank. And I'm like, dude, no, that's not your name. So it's either like Franco, Francisco, but then like Francisco's a super common Mexican name,
Yeah.
especially for the time period. So I'm like, um, but it's super fun. And then I mean, you can meet, if you're lucky enough, you can meet other family who has all your pictures for like your direct descendants for whatever reason. Like all the pictures I find are from people who I'm not directly related to. Like they're
Whoa.
like second or third cousins, but they have all that info and pictures. Most people are willing to share it too. But yeah, that's
Well, I guess
super fun.
Brian does have a hobby.
Have you done Ancestry.com?
Yeah, that's where I do it on.
Or like the, what is it,
The
the 23andMe or whatever it is?
23andMe. No, I haven't done 23andMe. My sister did the DNA for Ancestry, so I base everything off hers. Which, if you do have siblings and you do it, it is better to do your own because you can carry just more genetic traits from different groups of people than your sibling could. Because obviously you're not twins, and even twins carry different DNA.
Yeah.
There's a whole thing though. But yeah, so those are my hobbies right now.
This motherfucker don't even skate anymore.
I don't have time. It kills me. I skate at work.
And you're in.
I am in
School
school, but I
too.
skate at work.
Oh well,
So,
you guys
like,
have the rail out now.
Dude, I
which
have
is
my
cool.
flat bar out. I go wax that up every
That's
morning.
nice.
I get all my morning shit done, and then between like 11 and 12 or 1, just depends on who comes in. I'm just hitting the rail, doing some kick flips, getting my heel flips back, pop shoves, doing what I
Yeah.
can. I miss skating so much. I miss my friends, dude. They watch this. I miss y'all guys.
Aw, that's
Ugh.
nice.
But yeah, I have hobbies, man.
Oh,
I don't know why you'd think I didn't have hobbies.
I don't know. Cause you're just like, you just don't do anything. It seems like, yeah. Like, it just seems like you just like go to work and you're like, fuck, I hate my life. And then you like go to school and you're like, fuck, I hate my life.
Well, here's the thing. I hate going to work because it's preventing me from doing the things I want to do.
That's real.
I hate going to school because
You don't actually want to do it.
I fucking hate it. It is miserable. Like the people like in my class are cool. They're funny. The teachers are pretty cool. And there's some stuff where I'm like, oh, this is actually fun. And the main reason I am doing it, obviously, so I can have a really good job and everything. But I'm trying to get into choppers, like the motorcycles.
Oh
And
yeah,
that
I remember
requires
that.
it requires a lot of fabrication.
I
and,
remember you were trying to get into that. I forgot.
Super expensive. So if I get a good job, I can do that, and I can weld my own parts. Probably
I can
will.
see myself at the bottom of the cup.
Speaking of work, I had a couple of crazy interactions recently.
Let's hear it.
I had a
I love hearing the crazy zoomies interactions that
so
people have.
the first one, it was this Asian couple, this like East Asian. They were Korean.
Okay.
No, actually, now that I'm thinking about what I heard them saying, they were Japanese. They were speaking Japanese. At least it sounded like Japanese. And they walk in, I greet them like, hey, what's going on? Like, what are we looking for? Da, da, da. And, the lady doesn't say anything. She kind of looks at me dumbfounded. You know how people look at you when they don't speak English? They're like,
Yeah.
but the guy, he goes, I'm like, all right, dude, I'll fuck off, whatever. But then, I check on him every once in a while, but he, same thing. He's okay, good, thank you. And I'm like, all right, bro. Then they come up to the register, and for whatever reason, he just starts throwing out like perfect Spanish at me. He's asking me for if we have any more size of a certain shirt, and I go, what? And I said, hold on, no español. And he goes, oh, really? And I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, really. And then he goes, oh, I'm asking if you have more of this. And I was like,
Why didn't we just start with that?
I approached you in perfect English. And here's my thing. If he had apologized and was like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm trying to learn a new language. You look like you speak Spanish. Didn't mean to ever, like, he didn't even really have to apologize for that. If he was like, hey, I'm just trying to work on my Spanish, I thought you did, I'd be like, okay, that's fine. But he was like,
He looked at you and he was like, this guy's brown.
yeah, he was like, you? And I was like, yeah, you dickhead. Yeah, I don't speak Spanish. And perfect English too, like hardly any accent. I was like, why would you do that?
What?
Yeah. And then I had a lady come in who he was from California. I don't know what kind of Hispanic she was. I'm willing to bet she was definitely Mexican. But pretty good English and everything. And then she like leans, like her and her son go to check out because we're kind of busy. She goes, I don't remember what it was in Spanish, but this is what, and this, she says this in Spanish, but she goes, a lot of Mexicans from the border in here. And I was like, excuse me? I said, hold on, no español. And she goes, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, a lot of Mexicans from the border. And I was like, yeah, where else do they come from? And she goes,
What?
oh yeah, I'm just
Bro.
asking because there's like a lot today and wondering. And I was like, yeah, where are you from? Because she has this accent. I go, where are you from? And she goes, I'm from California. And I was like, what's your problem, lady? Like that like blew me away. And I think about her every day now because I'm like, that was so awesome.
Texas
What?
and California Mexicans are.
No, yeah.
They're different.
Yeah, for sure. But like, I just want to know like what her point was.
And she didn't elaborate. I was like, yeah, why? And she goes, okay,
Like,
like,
is she scared? Is she happy?
yeah, like,
she-
did she not
she
expect it?
confused?
Yeah, I
She
was
just
like,
taken off guard.
yeah,
Where did she think they were coming from? This is Houston.
yeah, I was like, yeah,
We're in Texas.
I legitimately was so
A lot of
dumbfounded.
people that come travel from the border because they have families over here.
I wish I would have collected myself and been like, yeah,
Ma'am,
how else
what
would
the
they get
fuck?
here?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I legitimately was so taken aback. I was like, I looked around and I went, yeah, why?
That confuses me so bad because it's like, especially at that location for Zoomies, like a lot of people have families.
A lot of immigrants go over there. Yeah.
Yeah, so like
And
it's literally like a tourist destination for people out of
Yeah.
the country, and that's not just to say like people from Mexico, but like all over. Like what?
and
What?
now that I'm thinking about it, I'm wondering if she misspoke.
Oh,
And if-
maybe.
She didn't mean from the border, like the Mexican border, but if she just meant from overseas and just misspoke.
Oh,
And that's what I'm trying to cut her some slack. I think she was just being weird about Mexicans, but she like,
you think maybe she was like Spanish?
yeah,
Then?
no, I don't think that. I'm wondering if she was like, do you get a lot like Europeans, Asians, stuff like that? That's what I'm thinking. But like, I want to believe that, but I don't think she meant it that way.
You know
That's the
what? There are
issue.
some crazy people who say some crazy things there.
You know what my teacher said? That reminds me last night. So there's this company so when you're a welder, you have to constantly take tests, take written tests, and you have to do like you actually have to weld a piece to make sure that the company knows that you can do it. And our school hosts those tests for a bunch of companies. And so this big company out in Jacksonville, Florida, and our teacher was like, hey, like if y'all want to try and get on board with someone, like here's a great chance to get some FaceTime with some of their higher ups, like they're here all the time, yada yada yada. And you know, everyone's like, Jacksonville, Florida, terrible.
Ew.
And you know, my teacher's like, yeah, but it's on like the Florida Georgia line. You know, it's a nice country right there, good people. And they're like, yeah, but it's still. And this guy goes, yeah, but it's still Florida. He goes, yeah, you're right, but you know, just don't go too far south. That's where all the Cubans go. And I was like, dude, I turned around and I said,
Dang.
what, he said,
What do
did
you
he
mean
say?
by that?
But yeah, I was like, dude, that was.
I don't think that was necessary.
Yeah, I was like, it was funny, but you're on the clock, brother. Come on.
Cut it out.
Yeah, I was like, that's something you say during the break time.
Oh no, that's actually really funny.
And unfortunately, it was really funny. I was like, damn, you're right. But like, it just
Oh
made
my
me
God.
laugh.
Dude, no, that's bad. That's real bad. I miss those crazy Zoomies encounters.
They don't happen to me all that often.
Really?
They-
Maybe because you just don't like to approach customers.
100%. That's
Yeah.
what
I feel like I
it is.
put me in-
Dude, I've had people like mad at me because I just asked them if they needed help.
Yeah, they look at you stupid and you're like, fine, I'll kill myself. Like, I
And
don't
then
care.
and then like I'll be like, okay, like just let me know if you need anything, and then they'll like go up to somebody else. What the fuck did I do?
I mean, you just look like
Like
that.
what the fuck did I do?
You just-
There's always
you just
the
look like
middle
that.
finger incident, too, which we have never talked about on here. Now that I think about it.
Dude. Oh my
the
gosh.
middle finger incident.
Yes.
Oh, I wish I had.
You
that
weren't
picture.
working with us at the time. But dude, I wish we had this picture too. I was like,
Wait, hold on. I'm so sorry. Because I will forget this. Did I ever tell you about the drunk lady?
no, did I ever tell you about the drunk people?
No.
Okay, we got two drunk people.
We got two good drunk stories today. All
Okay.
right, let's go. Go. Do what you're gonna do. The middle finger.
Okay, so basically, Otto had this dude that was in the store, and Otto was like a second assistant manager at the time, and I was a first assistant manager. And so we were both there, and we also had a sales associate on the clock. I went on my break because I was about to like clock out to leave in like an hour or two, and Otto has to hold down the fort, right? So he's with the sales associate. He's doing whatever he needs to do as a manager. Cool, whatever. And our sales associate started like saying some like profanity as this guy is walking in the store, but he's not even fully in the store. And he has like, didn't he have like a kid with him or something?
His kids weren't even in the building yet.
His kids were walking in the building.
They were, like, I'm telling you, feet behind, like multiple feet behind.
So basically the kids weren't in the store yet when the sales associate had like said some sort of curse word, whatever, what have you, said the F word. So I don't know, like basically I think the customer had said something to him about it and it just kind of escalated, right? Like what?
Well, he said he like made a smart remark and he was like, you know, you shouldn't really be cursing when there's children around.
Can we hear you in this?
Yeah, look. Okay. Yeah. And me and the sales associate, we look at each other and we're like, we look around. There's no kids yet. There's no children in the store yet. And the sales associate, we know who this kid is.
Yeah, yeah.
But he's not stupid. Like he can. Well,
no, he was. I mean, he was a pretty good worker though for like what it was worth.
He can keep it down low when it was like, I don't know, like
I mean, there was a reason he was
families
working
are
there.
in. Yeah, and like you know. So he's self-aware of like when to not say stupid shit.
And there was nobody else in the store.
Like one or two, but they were outsiders. They were like very far in the back and they were doing their own thing. We already helped them out and we were sitting at the reg. And he's on the opposite side, like on the outside of it. And he says it and I see the guy walk past and I kind of was like, oh. And I kind of like kind of made a face to him to like, you know, keep his voice on a down low if he's saying like that. And the guy walks by, says that shit, and we look at him, we give him a weird face. And we don't say anything yet. And then he turns back around after doing a full loop of the store and then pulls out his phone and starts recording us. And I literally tell him, I'm like, hey, you cannot record in here. Not only is it against our policy, but my sales associate is a minor. You do not have the right to record.
Right.
This is not public property right now. Like you were technically in private property. Even the whole mall is private property. You technically can't skate at the mall either. I mean, you can get away with it, but you're not allowed to.
No.
So he's basically yelling at us, saying he doesn't care, blah, blah, blah. And in that moment, I'm like, fuck it, we ball.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, fine. This is younger, dumber me too. So I'm going full balls. Like, I'm just absolute talking most shit to him.
I'm in the back room and Otto is literally like, I hear him screaming, bro. And I'm like, before I went on my break, I was like, let me know if you guys need anything. I'll be in the back room. You know, like if you need anything, let me know. And like, so this all could have really just been avoided. And they could have just came and grabbed me. And no, Otto decided to...
Nah, I can do it myself.
Otto decided to handle things himself. I'm still surprised you didn't get fired over that.
Yeah, actually, that's crazy.
It was like a whole big thing, too. Basically, the dude like took a picture of Otto. He was recording me, too. I went out there and I tried to de-escalate the situation. And then he was like mad at me because I told him...
He works at the mall, by the way, too.
Yeah, I know. Mm-hmm. But he was mad at me because I told him that he can't record in there. And I was like, sir, I'm not going to help you if you cannot stop recording. And I was like, I am going to have to ask you to leave if you're going to keep recording. We can like, you know, we can de-escalate the situation, but like, you know, I can't help you if you're just going to sit here and record and like try and like, you know, be rude and like, disrespectful. Cause like I do have the right to refuse service to anybody, regardless of who is at fault here. So yeah, he was just mad. He was big mad. And I was like, I understand your frustration, like, you know, whatever. But yeah, he tried to say to the DM at the time that like I just made the situation worse. And so I almost got in trouble for that whole thing because of you.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. What I think is even funnier though, so during that heated escalation, of course, he's recording and he switches to take photos because he's taking photos of everyone that was working there in that time. And that's before you came out.
Dude, I would have struck a pose.
No, dude, I did.
He did. He flipped the camera. That's why we call it the middle finger situation.
In the world. And I know that Morgan, our old DM, has that picture somewhere, and I'm pretty sure Dallas does too, which is probably why she won't rehire.
Honestly,
that's amazing.
And honestly,
maybe
it's so worth it though. I do not.
Oh yeah.
in
That
the
guy was
slightest.
honestly, he was just looking for a problem.
Yeah, no, he walked.
He
in,
seemed
already
like he
looked
was
pissed.
because I literally dead ass did not do anything. Like I was being so extremely professional about the situation. And like, mind you, like I wasn't even in the situation. Like I had just came out because I heard you screaming.
Yeah.
And like I heard him yelling too, and I was like, "What the hell is going on, y'all? Like y'all could have came and got me, but it's cool. Like good, whatever, I guess."
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he was looking for a fucking problem for sure. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no. I love angry
But yeah,
customers.
that was funny.
That is pretty funny.
It was interesting to say the least.
What makes my drunk lady story really funny is she is the mom of somebody we know.
Oh hell no! Oh no! Oh no!
I'm not gonna say who it is.
I know. I feel like I know who you're talking about. I don't know.
Well, you just said you know.
Well, I don't want to say it.
Cut it
Well,
out.
just tell your story.
Okay. And here's the thing. The people who, well, how I want to phrase this. She's a mom of someone who, I'll give it away. Just point is, I don't want her actions to reflect on the people that me and this lady both know because I love and adore them. They're awesome kids. But it's like kind of a slow day. It's not super busy. It's like a Thursday or Friday or something. And these two girls walk in and they head straight to the back because they're looking for all the YouTuber merch and stuff. And they're grabbing stuff. And I'm asking them like, "Hey, y'all doing all right?" They're like, "Yeah, we're good. Just waiting on our mom." Da, da, da. And then the mom and the mom's boyfriend come in and I check with them. I'm like, "Yo, you fit in room or anything?" "Nah, cool." Like just checking it out, make sure they got the right size and everything. I'm actually trying to do my job for once.
Wow.
And and I'm like, "Okay, if y'all need anything, like just give me a shout. I'm right here at the register. Just let me know and I'll help you out." And they're like, "Okay, cool." And I hear a board get on the ground, and like for me personally, most Zoomies, if you go in, like they're like, "Yo, don't stand on them, like don't ride them, don't stand on them." But I'm like, you can stand on it, because like you're trying to get a feel for the size. But one of the little girls gets on, and then the mom's boyfriend like holding her and like getting her to move, and I go, "Yo, man, like you can stand on it. That's totally fine. I just can't have you ride it because I can't have her getting hurt or mess up the board or anything like that. Like just trying to look out for you guys." He's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, cool. Like, come on, tells her to step off and everything." And then the other sister is like, "Oh, like, come, like, can you help me with the shirt?" I'm like, "Yeah." I go, trying to grab it. I hear the mom, like, the mom's right behind me, by the way. Like,
Didn't she say like
where this
put
tree
your
is,
things away?
she's like, just no, put all that back. I don't give a shit. And I'm like, I turn around. Well, that's about it. I'm like,
The hell
yeah.
did I
And I'm
do?
like, "You need a meeting, right?" And the daughter's like, yeah. And I'm like, "All right, cool." And she goes, no, like, he's being a fucking asshole. No, you're not getting shit from here. And I turn around, I go, "Me?" And she goes, "Yeah." And I was like, okay. So I put the shirt back up and I go, what's the issue? What's the deal? And like, she's like, "No, I don't want to talk with you." And she goes, "Come on, girls, like we're leaving." And I was like, and I asked the daughters, I go, "Did I do something to y'all?" And she goes, they go, "I don't know. No, like we don't know." And she goes, "Such bullshit. I was going to spend $300, which she wasn't. She's like, "I was spent $300 and he can't even let you ride a fucking skateboard." She's like walking out and she like flips me off. She goes, "You just lost a customer today." And I go, "I'm sorry. I think I'll get over it though." And she goes, "Fuck you." And then like they left. And then I was like laughing and I was like, that was fucking weird. Like,
Oh yeah, I remember this story.
yes.
But I think I'll get over it.
Yeah, it's
Out loud
exactly
and-
whose mom I thought it was. that
Yeah,
you were talking
like
about.
out loud, and because there was other customers in the store, so they all like are looking at her, like them walk out, and of course I feel bad for the kids because their moms,
Like they didn't do anything.
their mom's
like,
embarrassing them and
yeah.
like making a big scene, and yeah, everyone's looking at me, and I'm like, yeah, I'll get over it, like it's fine.
Not only is it like a thing where we would tell people not to ride boards because like a safety issue, and like people also like to complain and trying to get a discount over everything.
Yeah,
But like one time before I started working there, somebody was riding a board and shattered the cases
nice.
completely. So we always have been told, probably maybe more than other Zoomies locations, to really like kind of
Yeah,
dim down on letting people skate in there, at least near the cases.
Yeah.
Because a whole entire case
And
just completely shattered.
my thing is, I'm like, dude, if it's your own board or if it's my personal
That's
one,
cool.
I don't give a fuck.
Just don't skate near the cases.
Yeah,
But
and
like the boards that we sell, it's like, or
and if I went up to them and was like, "Yo, get the fuck off," I'd be like, "Yeah, it's different. I see where you're coming from." But I very clearly like walked up and was like,
people don't like confrontation.
"They don't
at all.
and I love it.
It's kind of funny.
I won't fight people, but I
think
love confronting people.
99.9% of the altercations or like the arguments, I guess, that I got in working there was all because I was just doing my job telling somebody that they can't be doing something.
Dude, people hate being told not to do something.
Like kids will come in there trying to record all the time and like, you know, maybe the whole staff isn't like cool with that. So
Yeah.
like, you know, I'll tell them, hey, you can't record in here. They get mad.
Well, it's because they're like vloggers who are not funny or interesting, and they're like, "Yeah, we're in the Zoom." They do this. They do every fucking time. They have those shitty little cameras, and they're like, "We're in the Zoomies,"
Yeah.
and I'm like, "Dude, kill yourself!" Like,
Where's your Danny Duncan merch?
yeah. Or they like, well, it's funny because they're all confident. They got the camera on, and they're like, "Yeah, like, we're in the Zoomies, about to tear it up, whatever." And then he goes, "What? Look at me when you talk to me, you fucking idiot." And, no, I don't. Oh. Okay. And then like the other friend with the camera, they never know what to do. They're always like, I'm like, dude, you're a fucking bitch. Like,
Or they'll try to like make jokes about like the virginity rocks like shirts. Like, do you think virginity rocks? And I'm
yeah,
like, can you not do that in here?
yeah,
To a mom.
Ye-
yeah. Oh, they're like, they
some
see
stupid shit.
they see the I Heart boobies and they go absolutely crazy for it. They think it's the funniest
Dude,
thing ever.
yeah.
I'm like, what? Why?
Like, do you heart boobies? Dude, shut up.
I think about it makes me
Stop.
sad because I'm like, was I that cringy as a teenager? And I go, yeah, I was,
I probably was too.
100%. And
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, dude, I'm sorry.
I don't think I was that bad. I was cringing. I was cringe in my own way, but like not in that way.
No, I was a dickhead.
Like,
I didn't get in a lot of trouble, but I just make stupid jokes.
no, that's just some next level stupid shit. Like, why are you
It's always
going in a public place like antagonizing people?
It's
'Cause
always
I
the
don't think I
same,
did that.
like kind of young guys too that do it.
Oh yeah, you know the demographic, friend.
Yeah, yeah. It's like
we all do.
15 to 17-year-old, like they either do some sort of athletics,
Shorts above the knee.
yeah, or they like are just like the popular kids at their school and they're like painfully unfunny.
Oh, it's so bad.
I love it when they try and joke with me and I just look at them.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
same. I'll just look at them with a dead face. I'm like, are you speaking to me right now? Like in
Yeah.
my head, I'm just like, are you really like trying to speak to me right now with that? What
Yeah,
the fuck are you
it's
talking
awesome.
about?
I love it.
I like making them feel stupid.
Yeah, because it gets awkward. It gets really weird, and you know me, I love awkward situations.
I don't, but when it's those type of awkward situations, I
give a
think it's
fuck.
hilarious because I just like will look them dead in the fucking face.
There's not
What
enough.
are you talking about?
There's not enough awkward situations in my life. Like, I was so
Such
happy.
a weird thing to say.
Dude, I love it. I love it. There was a Wednesday night in my class. These two guys, these two kids are like 18, almost got in a fight with each other over something stupid.
Like a fist fight.
Yeah, and
Oh.
the teacher broke it up, went back to the classroom, and where like when you leave, you have to sign out, but like the teacher has the sheet to sign out, so you have to wait. He's like handling that. Those guys come in, and you know we're waiting like 30 minutes maybe. Dead silent, and we're a pretty talkative class, especially at the end. Like everyone will be talking, catching up, whatever. Dead fucking silence. It's tense. It's weird. It's awkward. Like everyone's looking at the two guys, just waiting
You're
to
like
see.
happy as hell that it's
Dude.
being real awkward.
And
in
one of the
there.
guy, like it's super quiet. No one says anything.
You're
Everyone,
like,
it's
damn,
like
I love this shit.
it is so quiet. You can literally hear like people like writing on the table or
Oh,
on the
no.
paper. It's awesome. And I'm like,
Oh.
and then somebody goes, awkward in here now, and I go, yes, it is. Fuck yeah, I love it. Like,
Who says that, dude?
did we talk about what happened at the trauma ratio with that girl on here? I don't remember. Otto, do you remember if we have?
Oh my god, that was. I don't think we did.
Where she tried to like talk to me when I was with my girlfriend.
Yeah.
I don't think we did.
Maybe you told it to us.
That was really awkward.
I'm
That
not
was
gonna
pain-
talk about it because I think I already
We
did.
have
But
mutuals though too, so maybe.
oh, and that's what makes it
we-
awesome. I don't
know.
care.
The whole thing was just very painfully weird.
It
Wait,
was.
Can I reenact it?
Yeah.
Okay,
So.
this girl. So mind you, like, I don't care if we already talked about it. You're gonna hear it again.
I guess.
So we're like in a little group, like in a little circle. I think it was like me, Brian, Teresa, Brian's girlfriend,
It was Aiden and Amy.
Aiden, and then Aiden's girlfriend.
Yeah.
And we're like in a little group and we're talking. And like Brian and his girlfriend are very clearly together.
Like I have my arm
Okay.
around her. Like I have lipstick
Yeah.
stains
On
all
his-
over my
on
face.
Yeah, on
Yeah.
his face, all over. So like he very clearly like had a woman, you know what I mean? And like me and Teresa are sitting there like talking, and this girl comes up real soft spoken and looks at Brian, and she's like,
Well, she comes up from behind me,
she goes like this.
and I feel it.
Hey Brian.
The funniest thing about it is I told you this. I was like, my biggest fear of taking Teresa to these shows is that I'm gonna see at some point or another, I'm gonna see a girl who I used to talk to, I used to mess with or whatever, and like I'm afraid. I don't like not being in control of the situation, because if I'm in control of the situation, they would never approach me. They would never talk to me. Like they would maybe just do a glance and call it. But
No, she really went out of her way. Like, and she was like, I feel like, oh, dude, it
and
was so awkward.
she's like, giving me taps on the back of my arm, and like my girlfriend's like pulling me away. Like my girlfriend sees her behind me, she starts pulling
Like
me
Teresa's
away.
like mean mugging this girl.
Yeah.
And like so am I at this point, because I see Teresa sees a problem. I'm like, all right, there's a problem.
I like in my head, I'm like, I know there's someone I used to talk to. Like I don't even know who this is, but I know it's a girl, and I know she's gonna say something. And so I'm just trying to ignore it, trying my hardest. And she eventually
She's
she gets
so persistent about
she
it.
like follows us as we walk away, and then she's like pulls my my like
yeah, she like
sleeve,
grabbed your shirt.
and I
yeah.
finally I went yes, and she goes
Hey Brian.
yeah, and I go hey, and she goes she's
"Do
like
you remember me?
I go no, she goes you're Brian, right? And I go yeah, and she goes oh.
She was like, I'm so and so.
The funniest part was that she puts her hand out to for me to shake her hand again, but I'm like up, I go up, dude, because I legitimately did not recognize her.
That was so weird. And the weirdest part is the fact that I knew her too from another awkward situation. And the way it was the middle of the trauma race show, and then I looked at Brian and I was like, I know her.
I
Because I was trying to think.
100% didn't recognize her, but because she knew my name, I was like, I'm gonna have some great fun here.
She was best friends with a girl that used to talk to the guy I'm seeing. So that was a whole weird thing.
Small world.
Ryan used to talk to this girl, and then I had talked to a guy who talked to her best friend. Is that the way to put it? Yeah.
Yeah, so
Weird.
really small
thing.
world, but yeah, and you could just see it.
It was
this
real
kind of
awkward.
weird excitement she had. She was like,
Her face just dropped.
yeah, immediately.
As soon as he was like, I don't.
So fellas, you want to stay out of the doghouse, get on some good behavior. That's how you handle a situation like that. You just go, who are you?
Yeah. Yes.
10 out of 10.
I mean, it did work. Although Teresa was still upset.
Oh yeah.
Not at you though.
No.
But more at her for even coming up, which also read the room, because why are you coming up to somebody with you very clearly can see has a girlfriend. It wasn't like you and Teresa weren't on talking to each other. Y'all were very much
very
so
clearly
cling
intertwined
yeah.
with each other. Yeah.
Yeah. It was not any separation. I think the second that she followed and grabbed your sleeve was the only second that Teresa did not have you
Yeah.
right there. So that was very weird.
But yeah,
That was
man,
funny though.
it was.
That was
dude.
a really funny moment.
I'm telling you, man, I live for the awkward. When things are weird,
I got secondhand embarrassment over that.
and I love that because I felt it too, and I
don't
love
like
it.
that.
I
don't
love
like that.
watching cringe compilations on TikTok.
Oh,
Like that. Who's that?
It makes me so it feels so weird. I'm like, fuck, I gotta close my eyes.
If it's really bad, I start to tear up because emotionally, I don't know what to do. I'm like, do I need to feel sad for this person? Am I holding in a laugh? And I legitimately start tearing up. I'm like, oh my God, what do I do? But I love that feeling. I love it. I can't get enough of it. I watch the millennial cringe compilations.
Dude, you're weird.
I watch, you know that guy? Have you seen that guy on the bike? He's like a biker. He wears his helmet all the time. He's almost 30 years old. And he's super weird.
No.
He's like, I'm just skibbity recycle bin. I'm skibbity recycle bin.
Mm-mm.
And then he does a bunch of weird shit. I love it.
There's this guy.
It's
on
amazing.
TikTok.
It is so goddamn amazing.
Whoa. There's a guy on TikTok that I think is really funny.
not that funny.
Because he scares me.
See, and this is the kind of stuff that like we'll send this to Otto and he can put it in the video. But like
this guy with the really long tongue, I don't know. He's like it's actually it kind of freaks me out.
Stuff like
but
that.
It's funny.
It's funny to me because it is cringy. Because I know there's people out there who think like the face. There's grown adults who think that the faces he's making are like funny.
Yeah.
They're not laughing because it's not funny. I laugh because it's not funny.
No, yeah.
And that's
I laugh because it makes me so uncomfortable.
I love it.
I actually think it's like it kind of makes me want to walk away from my own phone.
No, I love it.
A little bit.
I can't. I need to see
but
more
like
of it.
I have to watch it. Like I don't
It's
know.
like a train wreck.
Yeah.
You can't do
it's just weird. It's just really weird.
Yeah.
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 All
right, man. Otto, what are we on time? 45, dude. That felt like forever. Was it just me or did that feel like forever?
Dude, no, I've had to pee for a really long time, so
well, you're gonna hold it for another 30 minutes.
Sure,
so.
fucking am.
Well, good news is, guys, a lot of new music, and you'll probably already see this on our Instagram story before this comes out, but new playlist. So we have 2 concurring playlists that will be running all the time. So we have the one where it's just us, our music, what we like, what we're listening to, and what we think you guys would like, hopefully a little bit here and there. But our newest playlist is all new music from artists that we listen to. So as soon as new music comes out, we're just gonna add it to the playlist. So I would check back every day, every week. We'll try and make sure it's updated and fresh every other Friday, but I'm thinking we might just cycle songs.
Yeah, because sometimes I feel like there are times where artists come out with more stuff than other times. I don't know. Lately, though, there's been a lot of new music from a lot of different bands that we listen to. So it's been a really good time for new music currently. But that's not to say within the next few months or weeks or whatever.
Yeah, this might get real stale real fast.
Yeah, but you know, fuck it, whatever. Who cares? We made it anyway. So
yeah, a lot of good stuff, dude. And new tours. A lot of bands are going on tour right now. You just saw Balance and Composure with Turnover headlining with Balance.
Yeah, 10 years of Peripheral Vision.
By the way, if y'all are wondering, didn't get me a Balance and Composure shirt. She didn't.
I didn't know he liked Balance and Composure until today. I'm a fake friend, guys. But yeah, real emotional experience. If you like Turnover, then you know.
It looked like a good show. Everyone and their goddamn mother was there, and it pissed me off.
House
so
of
bad.
Blues. I know I've talked about it before. If you
Terrible
know
venue.
me, you know that I hate House of Blues. Fucking worst venue. Bands, please stop fucking booking at House of Blues in Houston. I don't know if House of Blues is good at any other city, but Houston is not it, dude. I'm so sick of bands booking there. And like, why? I just don't understand the concept of having like a dining, like eating area
right in the
GA.
middle.
Like, I just don't.
Like, that should be a balcony area.
It's hot. The air circulation sucks.
Really bad.
The balcony area is upstairs, but why do I don't want to go upstairs. The whole thing is stupid. I would have had probably a way better experience if they did not go there, but it is what it is.
I don't understand wanting to eat at a concert.
I don't understand why you would want to sit at a, like, I don't know, like
sitting at a concert, sure. I can see that.
Why can't they just have like a regular like GA standing section like on the downstairs, and then upstairs have the balcony and like an eating area?
Yeah.
Like the structure of the venue just is very, 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 very shitty.
Well, what's frustrating
Terrible.
is,
and then the pillars.
Yeah, the pillars are like thick and in the way everywhere. But what's frustrating about that is that the people will just keep buying the little like restaurant area.
Yes.
No one will stop buying it. And if you've bought one before, you're part of the problem.
I swear they're doing it on purpose, because I've thought about buying it before just so I could avoid the problem.
Yeah.
But it sucks. I hate it. It's stupid. I really wish that they weren't playing there, but I saw them there and whatever. But Balance and Composure was awesome. I don't know how long it's been since they've been to Houston.
Wow.
But yeah, it's been a really long time, and I've never gotten to see them before, and they're one of my favorite bands. So hopefully you'll get to see them one day.
Well, hopefully they go on tour again because
I
they
think
released a
they
new
will.
song.
They did, yeah.
They released a new album,
No, but I
Oh,
feel
right.
like there's
Yeah.
one in the making.
right? So maybe next year, hopefully.
Right, that's what I'm thinking, or maybe the end of the year or something.
Glare is on tour with Spy and
Super Heaven
yeah, Super Heaven. Pretty good lineup.
and Prize Horse.
Prize Horse?
I believe.
Yeah. It is Prize Horse. Really good
Yeah.
lineup. Really
I
jealous.
wanted to go. They were there actually in Austin a day before the Turnover show, but I didn't get to make it. So
What is there any like? Can't understand the reason why so many bands just skip Houston.
I think because Houston's venues suck, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
White Oak isn't that bad.
White Oak's okay, I guess. Like it depends, I guess. But I personally, every time that we've gone to a show at Bayou Music Center, I've had a good time.
Bayou's good. I feel like Bayou's
Bayou's
too big
nice.
for itself though.
Bayou is probably too big for like maybe smaller bands, like not super small but not super big. But honestly, I like it. The AC in there is really nice. We saw
Yeah.
Knocked Loose there, and I wasn't even hot, so that was
Can't relate.
well. I was hot, but like not as hot as I was when we were at White Oak.
Dude, White Oak was something else. No,
that was
yeah.
bad.
I should go see a doctor.
Yeah,
About-
he can't sweat,
I can't sweat.
so that's weird.
So I overheat and then almost die like every
Yeah.
time. Really frustrating. But
Real weird.
who else is on tour right now?
Pierce the Veil just started their tour with Sleeping with Sirens. The set list is fucking awesome on that.
If I liked emo music, that would already sound like a good lineup.
It is. I looked at Sleeping with Sirens set list and Pierce the Veil's set list, and Sleeping with Sirens is playing. If you like Sleeping with Sirens, you know. But their acoustic album.
That's music.
They're playing a song off of that. They're playing their acoustic version of With Ears to See and Eyes to Hear. And then Pierce the Veil is playing a few songs off of their first album and a few songs off Selfish Machines, which I know a lot of people have been talking about how they wish they were playing those on their last tours. And they're playing She Makes Dirty Words Sound Pretty, which is, I think, the first time in years and years and years that they're playing that. So that's really cool as well.
That's the title of a song?
Yeah.
That is unequivocally like top 5 worst song titles I've ever heard.
I love it. I think it's great.
Emo is
Emo music,
so
I miss the old,
cheesy,
like, yes,
corny,
I love it.
pathetic.
hmm
Hate it.
I love it. I think it's awesome. I love the really like long, like shitty fucking song titles. I think it's awesome. Super good. What else is there?
Did you see not a tour, Turnstile show that they did in Baltimore,
Dude,
that free one
the
for
the
healthcare?
fundraiser
Yeah, dude.
that they had.
It was like loaded. The
Huge.
crowd looked good. They looked into it.
No
Turnstile
barricade.
sounded great. Yeah, that was insane.
That was the
No.
coolest part.
And I was like, dude, nothing cool ever happens in Houston.
Yeah, and then everybody wants to talk shit on Turnstile. Honestly, there's some things like there's like songs that they come out with sometimes that I don't really like care for
A little
as
too
much. But
shoegazy
you know, like
sometimes.
it's not they're not bad songs. I still like Turnstile as a band
Yeah.
too. Like so
Big
I mean,
Turnstile guys.
yeah, I love Turnstile. I wish that fundraiser was near me and not in
Me
Baltimore.
too, bro. There's like nobody wants to do anything fun here. Like, and my girlfriend will tell me all the time, she's like, you just don't go out. And I'm like, no, because it's a bunch of fucking losers outside. Like, no, I don't want to go outside
really
with these
is.
people. Like,
Houston, you
a bunch
know,
of coked up losers
it's
doing
a real
nothing.
big city, and you would think that there's a lot more going on, but for as big of a city as it is, there's really not. At least in what we like. I mean, you have your things, but
Like the local scene is good.
It's good until it's not.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain
It
it
kind of
much
it'll dry out a little
farther.
here and there. Because
Mhm.
like there's always that time of the year where like I feel like we're in it kind of now. We're coming out of it, but like that time of the year where every local band is like, yeah, we're going on tour out of state.
Yep.
And then I'm like,
It also gets really repetitive.
yeah.
Like it's the same bands playing the same shows with each other
And the same
over
crowd.
and over, and the same crowd,
Same
the same
venues.
people.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
I like the music. It's good, but it's
Right.
like, all right, come on, man. We need something new here.
yeah, it gets real
Like
real bad.
Cable went on tour with Lie, and they were like, yeah, no Houston.
Yeah, well, that's probably because they're from Houston. I mean, Cable and Live play Houston a lot. But I mean, they are touring together, which is cool. I think they're going to San Antonio. I think that's the only. I don't know. I honestly don't remember, but yeah, dude. Cable actually just Did they just come out with that album not that long ago? Too?
Yeah, they did. They had a new one.
It's really good. Y'all should listen to it if you haven't already. Lion
Cable's a
Cable
solid
are
band.
really good local bands here in Houston. So if you fuck with hardcore and shit, you definitely fuck with Lie and Cable.
I don't know why this. Yeah, I don't know why this just popped in my head, but do you know what I really want to do?
What?
I want to do one of these where we record it, but I'm getting a tattoo at the same time.
Yeah, okay. I want to get a new tattoo.
Otto, I don't care.
I got this
I'm
one
getting-
a year ago today, and I'm kind of upset.
Yeah, I need
It's
more.
already been a year.
Yeah,
Fuck.
I know, dude. Tell me about it.
This one's
Damn.
gonna be a year too.
And that means this one is almost a year old too.
Oh yeah, dude. I forgot about that one.
I still need to put heart tattoo in there, and because Joyce Manor.
You know, it wasn't obvious.
Well,
But yeah, a lot of new music. Kubla Khan announced a tour recently with Drain and
Gideon
and then
Guilt Trip.
yes,
Guilt
I
Trip.
believe. And Guilt Trip
Yeah.
doesn't really come down here all that often.
Nah, not that I know. of
Yeah.
Anyway.
So it's a pretty cool lineup. I'm super
yeah.
excited. Oh, dude, Kubla Khan got was it? Get his name. Was he the lead guitar for them? He had to stop because he had a he had a disc replacement surgery.
I honestly did not hear about that.
And yeah, they had to drop him because he was in too much pain performing.
And then they
and-
just announced a tour.
Yeah, so
yeah.
he I believe he voluntarily stepped away, so there's no animosity or nothing, but he was like
And
he's like, dude, I just can't physically do it anymore.
they probably have someone subbing in.
Yeah, some guy from Australia. I don't remember his name, but apparently he's pretty good. I don't know what his credentials are, but so I'm excited to see that. They almost
Oh,
sold
yeah.
out their LA show like day
Really?
one, yeah, which is crazy.
You already got tickets for that one? Yeah, I don't have my tickets. I don't know if I'm gonna go to that one or
You
not.
should, man.
I want to, but there's a lot of other shows I want to go to, and I'm honestly
Wait, have you seen Kubla Khan?
No.
You should. They get a lot of hate lately because they're
There's a lot of controversy going on. I heard.
yeah, but outside of that, a lot
I
of
don't
people
really know much about it though.
a lot of people are like, this guy's lame. Keeps going, shake that ass for me, baby girl. And I'm like, that fucking rocks, dude. You know what rock is missing right now? It's missing guys who fuck.
Oh my god.
You know what made 80s glam rock
That's-
awesome?
You know what? That's true.
Those dudes were
I'll-
banging
I'll give you.
non-stop.
Uh.
And then the emo wave comes, or the grunge comes, then the emo comes, and it's like a bunch of sad, pathetic losers going, "Ugh." You know what I mean? I hate it. And now
love
we're getting rock stars who bang nonstop
I
again.
like all of it.
Like, look at Weezer, man. Weezer was banging, but you wouldn't know it by looking at him.
That's also true.
But you look at Kubla Khan, you'd be like, yo, this guy bang. I'm all about it, man. I like
think-
that energy. But I don't know. I think that shit, that stuff, critiques like that are really dumb.
Yeah.
Don't make any sense. Like, I saw a guy on TikTok go like, where are the original Kubla Khan fans at, man? Like, I remember going to their little shows and they'd be like, we're a band called Kubla Khan, and, you know, we make music for those who want to stand up for what they believe in and stand against what they don't. Like, yeah, he was like 20. That, you know how stupid that sounds now? Like, you can still get that message across in a much more mature way.
Yeah.
But, like, can you imagine if,
Well, that's social media for you.
yeah, can you imagine if that band went up there right now today at their age and we're like, you gotta fight for your right, dude? I'd be like, shut up.
Like the Beastie.
Yeah, I'd be like, shut up, dude. This is so stupid.
I mean, yeah, I guess I get that too. I mean,
I don't get it. I'm like, these guys are cool. Their music's good. And, you know, dude,
you fuck with what you fuck with.
the guy likes bad bitches.
don't.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
Finally, a rock star who does.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just like Kubla Khan, and I don't really know much that goes into it other than
Yeah,
that.
I'm not like a diehard Kubla Khan guy. I
I'd
really
see
like
them
him.
live. I heard they're good live,
They're
so
great
that's
live.
why I want to see them live. I don't really know much more other than that.
When I went and
just
saw
fuck with
them,
music,
the
really,
crowd was a little dead.
really,
Is a little bit dead.
That's
They weren't as good as they could have been, but
they weren't headlining though.
yeah, when I saw them, they were.
They were.
Yeah.
I thought
No,
they
you're
weren't
right.
headlining.
You're right. That's why they weren't. And then
Right.
who's that one band that like has that really weird name?
I don't know how to say it.
Segwanda Bofa. Yeah, suck
I
on
don't
both of
know
these
how to
nuts or
fucking
whatever.
Say it, but that band.
Yeah,
fucking
they opened.
awesome.
They went on before Kubla Khan, and the crowd loved them. So I think that's what happened. They went crazy for them, and then kind of died out.
That's lame. But I mean, I love that band. Honestly, like them more than Kubla Khan.
Yeah, they were good. I was shocked. I liked them.
Yeah, I like them a lot.
Loathe is still on tour with Spirit Box.
They are still.
Yeah.
Oh, I did.
think.
I did go to that show.
Dallas didn't give me a Loathe shirt either. Whatever.
That shit was fucking awesome. I love Loathe and I love Spirit Box. Courtney LaPlante is bad bitch. Love her.
You know what video I keep going back to all the time? She reminded me of this because of the whole Grammy thing where they thought she was Poppy, right? Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah. When they were on Jimmy Kimmel, or was it Fallon?
Kimmel is where Knocked Loose.
Yeah,
was.
when I saw Knocked Loose with Jimmy Kimmel, every other day I have to watch that video.
That's a good video.
Great live performance. The
It
crowd
really
was
was.
amazing. The
I
rain
wish I
was
could have been
great.
there.
Bad. They sounded great.
Yeah. That shit was
Just had
fire.
to put that out there.
No, yeah, that was.
You know
a
who
really
else?
good
You know who
video.
was on Jimmy Fallon? I think I
Who?
just saw a Mill and the Sniffers.
I saw that.
They look so great. They were
They're
just in
like- they're
Houston.
Fucking.
They're getting big outside of Australia.
Yeah,
They
dude.
were, which they have been for a while, but
Well,
they,
I keep seeing a lot on TikTok with them, and I think that's crazy because so random.
they just look like a great live band.
I know. I
And
love them.
I'm so jealous that I
With
didn't
that
go see
type
them
of
recently.
music, I'm very surprised that they're kind of getting I guess the exposure they should be getting, honestly. 'Cause,
It's
like,
got
I
that-
think it's cool as fuck.
Yeah, because I mean it's the classic punk sound,
Yeah, exactly.
and I really dig that.
Yeah,
'cause
so do I.
that's why I love them and the Chats.
I
'Cause they have that like
always
garage
love
rock,
the chats. Always love the chats.
like 80s punk sound to
Hell
them.
yeah.
But I just love the Mill and the Sniffers.
Yeah.
Great band, dude. Great
Yeah,
band.
She's awesome. She's a real good fucking front vocalist.
Yeah.
Like great stage presence. Love that. I love to see someone that knows how to fucking work a crowd, dude. Like
She's always got
shit's
great
fucking
outfits,
awesome.
too.
Yeah, dude. It's just cool.
She's awesome. Jinx. Well, who else came out in the music? Let's scroll on this real quick.
Can you scroll on the playlist? Please.
For favor. Turnstile's album comes out next month. I am super hyped for that.
Oh, that's another person going on tour. Actually, one step closer.
Are they really?
Yes, so they're coming on tour. I think in the summer.
Who are they coming with?
I don't remember who they're gonna be with. I haven't looked too much into it because honestly, I only care about One Step Closer. Like that's just enough for me to want to go.
For real. That's for real.
Love them so much. I've never gotten to see them before. Fucking awesome. New song is great. With lips locked and eyes sewn shut.
Terrible title.
You see, yeah, Brian doesn't like the long like emo.
It reminds me of For Ears to See and
Yeah. I love it. I think it's awesome.
It's not that they're long. It's just trying too hard.
I think it's sick.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I think it's dope.
With lips locked and eyes sewn shut. That's
Yeah.
just trying too hard.
That song's fucking fire, by
I mean,
the
I'm not
way.
saying it's a bad song, but it's just a bad title.
Well, it's a good title and it's a fire ass song.
What else we got?
Split Chain.
Pink Panthers, dude. She just came out with a little what she called a mixtape. I haven't listened to it yet. I've listened to the
You
two
just
singles.
added it.
Well, I heard that song
Oh.
because she released like 2 singles, and they were really good. I liked them.
I really don't
she,
listen to Pink Panthers.
I love Pink Panthers, but she begs a really interesting question in I don't remember the title of it, but it's
I
from this
wouldn't know.
mixtape. It's gonna bother me now. Hold on, because it's a really good question, and I want the people to know my answer.
Oh, okay.
And when y'all go listen to it tonight on the song tonight, she asks the question multiple times in the chorus. Yes, Miss Panthers, I would.
That's all you need to know.
Yeah,
I guess.
if you listen to the song, then you'll know it. It's not this song, Otto. But
Ooh,
we'll keep it moving. Big Boy came out with a little EP.
yeah. It's like some of the songs on there are really good. And some of them I don't like at all. But
yeah, I
it's
hadn't
fine.
listened to it. Rome Streets and Conductor. They came out with a new single. Pretty good. I liked it, so I threw it on there. Kind of a surprising one, actually. Motorhead.
I haven't listened to that one.
So it's not a new, not like new music. I don't believe. I'm not a super.
It's like kind of recent. Or,
no, like because remember Lemmy's dead.
yeah, but they could have had somebody else in it. I don't know. I don't
they're
know
like-
much about Motorhead.
They hard new. I don't know if it's I didn't yeah.
They have
I'm not a
seen or
super
what?
big I'm not a super big Motorhead like fan. I like them a lot, and I was surprised that there was like new stuff coming out, but it seems like it's all like live stuff, unreleased tapes, like demos and shit.
Oh, that's cool.
And that song's really good.
That's like a new release thing.
Yeah.
All right. That's cool.
Or like unheard tapes. Yeah.
Interesting.
From way back then. Dean Johnson came out with 2 nice songs. Lake Charles was a really good one.
Still haven't listened to Glaire's new album. Need to do that.
Dude, you do. Kiss the Sun's a really good song on there. Obviously.
I'll have to give that a listen. Did not listen to Glaire. Y'all should check out Split Chain's new album though. If you like kind of like a gazy, maybe more heavy feel. Fucking love Split Chain. Split Chain is good as fuck. Oh, and the first song that I put on the playlist, Laugh Now, Cry Later, that one's on repeat for me right now. And Cynical by Bleed. Bro, those 2 songs are fucking awesome.
Bleed's really good.
Bleed is
I
super good.
forgot to put a Bleed song on there, but I'm glad you did. The one on this list that's actually on repeat for me is Alive and Well from Balance and Composure.
That one's also on repeat for me as well.
Loath's new song is really good.
So good.
It's a little long in the tooth there. 6 minutes and 10 seconds,
Yeah,
but
it's good though.
it's worth every
It's
second.
giving, a real big Loath feel. So
Yeah, and that's
I
what
love
I
it.
love about Loath is that their music sound. You're right. It sounds big.
yeah.
It sounds like a big orchestra
Yeah.
of like.
I don't know. Instrumental wise, everything. I just loathe that they just really know how to incorporate everything very well.
They just do it for me.
I love them. Dude, same with Balance and Composure. I can't fucking tell you guys enough like how much I love that fucking band.
Yeah,
Like,
no, just keep going on about it. How you got to see them live?
I'm gonna just keep fucking. Oh, it's
Oh, because what do I care?
so great.
I don't give a shit.
Dude, yeah, same with Superheaven. They just came out with a new album too.
They're on tour. We already talked about that,
Yeah,
I think,
we
right?
did
Yeah,
talk about
yeah,
that. But no, dude, their new album's really good too. Really, really good. So
I listened to it once. Maybe I need to listen to it again.
is it a whole album or was it just a few singles? I don't remember, but every song that I heard from it so far is
It was all right. It was good.
great. I love it. Love it, love it, love it.
Excited to see what Turnstile does with theirs.
Dude, like your friend was talking about how everything seems like it's gonna flow into each other really well. I definitely agree. I think that the whole album as a whole is gonna be really good. Even though there's like a single that they released that I wasn't super big, like I wasn't a super big fan of. I think that the way they're gonna incorporate the album together is gonna be awesome. So I'm really excited to see that.
Yeah, I'm a little worried. I mean, I don't like being that kind of person that's like they're not hardcore anymore, because I think that's super lame. And I love when artists step out of their comfort zone. I love when they do something new and it works. Like when Tyler the Creator came out with Cherry Bomb, I was like huge defender of it because a lot of people didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, no, dude, took a chance. And that's what Turnstile's doing is they're taking a chance. They did it with Glow On.
Yeah.
They took a chance and it worked. Not my favorite album.
Yeah, it's not my favorite either. I still like it
It
though.
was a little too
I still listen to it.
shoegazy. Yeah, there's still a lot of songs on there that I like, but
It
as
just depends on my mood.
on an album as a whole, I'm like, kind of meh. I'm hoping this one does a little better. Comes out June 9th, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I could be completely wrong.
Got some like smaller bands on here too. In case y'all want to check them out. Menace, Texas. I got Sewing on there. Some good bands as well. There's like a little bit of like every kind of genre in here. So y'all can rock with whatever,
Yeah. So that's kind of the new music playlist. It'll be New Music Friday is what we'll name it for now.
Yeah.
You know what's not on there that I will put on there that I forgot to add back?
What?
Excuse me.
Oh.
Mike, Tony Seltzer, Pinball 2 came out. Every song on that album, great. I love Mike to begin with. Great rapper. Seeing him live was awesome with Earl Sweatshirt almost 2 years ago now. Fuck, time flies.
Yeah, time does fly, dude.
But I would say like a year and a half. But Pinballs was a really good little album, EP, Helpy, whatever you want to call it. Pinballs 2, Tony Seltzer again. They do great things together. And then there's a song with Earl Sweatshirt. And Mike and Earl, they get together and it's just magic. So that'll probably be on there by the time this comes out.
To go back to tours too. Also, sorry, there's like some things that I feel like I already talked about that I didn't because our last episode that we recorded, we cut the whole thing. So, but the Story So Far is going on tour. If you know me, you know that the Story So Far is literally one of my favorite bands ever. They're going on tour with Neck Deep.
Yeah.
And also one of my favorite bands ever.
Isn't Tiger's Jaw going on tour?
Tiger's Jaw is on tour currently, or no, they were on tour for I think like the West Coast part of the. So the Turnover tour has 3 different segments, I guess if you want to say. The first one was Tiger's Jaw, second's Balance and Composure, and third is Citizen. So Citizen will be opening for Turnover over in Nashville. I'm probably gonna go to that. Got to see them with Balance here, and then I wanted to go to Albuquerque for Tiger's Jaw, or Denver, but
like, how do you go to Albuquerque, not Houston?
Well, it's because they, like I said, they have 3 different like openers for this tour.
No, but I'm talking about just in general. I feel like when I do see
Tiger's Jaw did do an Austin show though.
But that don't make sense.
Without
like,
Turnover.
Why would you go to a place like Albuquerque? 'Cause I feel like a lot of bands do that. They're just like, yeah, let's go to New Mexico. Why?
I don't know what's in New Mexico, so I can't say nothing about that. But
exactly, there's nothing in there.
To touch base on that, Sunny Day Real Estate really pissed me the fuck off because how are you going to go to Billings, Montana and not Houston?
Yeah.
Billings, Montana.
You're absolutely right about that.
How are you going to go? I've been to Billings. I used to live in Wyoming. So we used to travel up to Billings all the time. You know what's there? Nothing. There's nothing in Billings. There's nothing in Montana.
I think the next time we should see when they go on tour again. If they're not, are they still on tour?
I don't know because they didn't come to Texas. So
we absolutely have to go see Sunny Day Real Estate.
Dude, part of me was like, should I just go to Billings?
Dude, that's got to be like a $30 flight.
No, it's got to be like a $400 flight. Nobody goes there, dude. You want to know how expensive it is to go to Wyoming? Like $500 fucking dollars. Because nobody goes there.
I feel like that should make it cheaper. Get people to go there. I would go if
that's true.
If the flights were like $200, I'd be like, dude, I'll be in Wyoming every weekend.
I'd visit way more.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, fuck that. But honestly, I miss Montana. It's beautiful up there, and that kind of makes me really mad that Sunny Day Real Estate all of a sudden wants to go there and not here. But whatever.
I think Tsunami. Oh, yeah, they did that coast to coast split with Pain of Truth.
That shit was fire.
It was a great little EP. Yeah, like up and down, really good. They do good at that because they did one with Gulch a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And that one's really good.
That one is. I love Gulch.
Love Gulch, dude. Otto's trying to show us something. I think the word. Oh wow. Is it Patreon? GoFundMe.
What? What do we need a GoFundMe for?
For beer, dude.
To fund our show, our concert going.
Yeah, dude, I like that actually. I'm not mad at that. Okay, so Otto just set us up with a GoFundMe. Right. Yeah. I don't expect anybody to donate right now. I'm not gonna ask for that right now. Just because there's nothing that we can immediately give you guys for it. But if you want, you got a little $1 or $2, throw it in there. Nice, right? Think about it like a tip. At a bar with a really shitty bartender. Like, well, I don't want to not.
If you love me, you'll give me $5.
There you go. If you love Shy, you'll give her $5.
Thanks.
But yeah, I mean, you know, it's there. So if you ever have just the excess amount of cash, go ahead. But I know times are tough, so I'm not gonna ask. But
do we want to touch base on?
Dude, do we have questions?
Not really.
Why do y'all hate us, bro?
Of 2 things. Is
that yours or the
mine?
That's embarrassing. No question.
Well, we don't really have a lot of followers, so
we have enough people that they should.
You know what? Usually we have a lot more questions when we post that later on.
Yeah, you're right. People got work, man.
It's 2:00 right now, so
people got work.
I do have somebody who said, because I posted, what do y'all want to talk? What do you want us to talk about on this next episode? And my friend said pickle beer. Y'all, fuck you. If you like pickles. Nah, for real. If you like pickles, you guys need to try the sour pickle beer. You can get it at Target, and I think you can get it at HEB. And it's the best thing I ever fucking had, dude. It kind of tastes like soda, but it makes your farts smell really bad. So
be a fucking lady.
Don't drink it in public.
Be a goddamn lady.
I'm just being honest here. It does.
Gross.
But you know what? Real good if you like pickles. This is the one I drink. It's called the Best Made Sour Pickle Beer, and it is really great. My friend Liz showed me these, and I really love them. So if you like pickles, drink them. I have a lot of people who have been asking me about that actually, so I'm gonna be so straight up. Actually, yeah. Anyway, I also have somebody who said accountability as a Houston driver, staying off your cell phones and pistol flashing.
Is that my thoughts?
I don't
Oh, they
really
want us to talk
know.
about it?
Yeah.
Okay, so accountability. No, I will not be held accountable. I need to tweet and drive. I need to text and drive. I need to look at the TikToks my girlfriend sends me and drive, and that's okay.
You sound like Ray right now.
What I should do, but I won't do, is I should buy a firearm. But what I will say is that the average Houston motorist is very lucky I do not own a firearm. Because
Honestly,
everyone is an absolute
Everyone pisses me
idiot,
off.
dude, and nobody knows how to. There's a roundabout right by my house
Dude, fuck that.
where that
roundabout.
Bucky's is, and
I
no
fucking
one
hate
knows
it.
how to use it. And then when they're in the wrong, they look at you like you're stupid, and it's like.
It stresses me out.
If I had a gun, I would just empty it into your car and hope one of them hits you. I wouldn't even. That's how mad I am. I'm not even trying to hit you, but I hope one of them does. And you know what?
Yeah.
You know what I hate?
Yeah.
I hate when people are like, "You shouldn't wish death on people." No, I will wish death on people. So, not some people. A lot of people deserve to die. And if you cut me off in traffic, if you're being a dickhead, if you're braking too late, if you're not using a roundabout right, you should die. And I say it out loud. I'm manifesting it.
Yeah.
They cut me off or whatever, and I go, wow, I hope you die right now. I hope you get a heart attack in front of me. I hope your car explodes right in front of me. I hope you swerve off and die.
Don't give him a death note.
Yeah, because I will just sign anybody's name. I'll come up with random names and put it on there.
I'm sure you would.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, you would.
Dude, I wish a death.
I wouldn't mind.
Right?
I wouldn't mind.
Be like,
I'd be pretty happy with that actually.
I'd be like Phil Smith, and then like look in the news.
Every Phil Smith died.
Yeah, I do. And then I'd be in the news. I'd be like, dude, every Phil Smith died this week. That's
fucking
cool.
awesome.
That's awesome, dude.
Cool. Yeah,
I think that'd be fun.
I think it would be.
I don't think there's a person.
I think I
who-
would maybe misuse it a little bit.
Oh yeah. But that, that's building character.
Yeah, you gotta learn from your wrongs.
Yeah.
Or rights.
I do a lot of rights.
I was
I don't
just
do a
about
lot.
to say the same.
Not a lot of wrongs with me.
Me
A lot of rights, not a lot of wrongs.
rights. Yeah, but I think that Houston drivers fucking suck.
Awful people.
Summarize that.
They do love flashing pistols and not shooting.
Cell phone driving though, Brian's different. I'm not built like that. I can't be on my cell phone because I'm gonna get real mad. Like I can't multitask like that. Like I'm gonna just get frustrated that people are like in my way while I'm texting and driving. Like, why are you? Get away from me. Like, get out of my fucking bubble while I'm texting and driving. You know what I mean?
It should
I
be-
just gotta put the phone down.
It should
I
be
gotta put
illegal
it
for
down.
semi trucks to be in the left lane.
You know what? That shit pissed me off today on my way here, actually, because why the fuck are you going so fucking slow in the fucking fast lane, bro? Like,
Here's who should be illegal. It's 3 people should be banned from the left lane. Semi trucks,
yeah,
old people,
yes.
and foreigners. All 3 of those groups of people need to be written up and arrested and done something
Written
with.
up. You're fired.
Yeah, they need to get tickets or something.
done.
They need to be canceled on Twitter. I don't care, something, because
Honestly, though, you know what? I will give you this with the foreign people thing. They don't know where they're going,
They
so
don't.
they're confused, and so they're not driving fast enough. So it's like you should just not be in the fast lane.
and it's like
If you
you,
don't know
can
where you're
get on their ass and they're not going to do anything. They're still like, I'm just going 60 and a fucking 75.
It's like you don't even know the speed limit here.
And I cut people off like that as a courtesy to let you know, like I don't brake check you or nothing, but I give you a little something so you know to move. That way someone doesn't come up on you, like a big old truck doesn't come up behind you and ride your ass for like 4 miles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I look at my rear view and they still don't move. And it
Yeah, that
pisses
shit
me
pisses
off.
me the fuck off so bad. Yeah, I don't know.
Otto, where are we on time? I think that's good. It's a really weird way to end the episode, but yeah, we've been your guys' host. Those are all the tours, by the way.
That we touched base on.
That we care about.
There's probably more to be announced or more that we didn't talk about or forgot. But
Yeah. But I mean, that's
if
it for
you
us.
love me, you'll pre-order the acoustic Sleeping with Sirens with Eyes to Hear or with Ears to See and Eyes to Hear vinyl for me. It's like $25. Also, if you love me, you'll buy me the Story So Far tickets for the Dallas show because just because I feel like I need that, and I have to pay for travel. So if you love me, you'll buy me that. And then also if anyone's selling Pierce the Veil tickets, let me know.
Wait, when are they coming to
If
Houston?
they're not $130 fucking dollars, because auto seeing them, I'm gonna myself in like June, I think. But anyway, it's at Cynthia Woods, and I'm like really upset because tickets are really expensive. So if you love me, you'd at least sell me a ticket for under
$30.
I'll be fair here. You can sell me the ticket for 60.
Also,
I'll buy it for 60.
sorry that this one took forever to come out. We had problems with the last one, like Shai was saying. We'll update the other playlist as well. Don't know what that's gonna be just yet, but by the time this comes out, we'll have an idea.
Yeah.
So go listen to that one as well. Make sure you save them. Tell us what you like, by the way. If there's a song you guys take away and you're like, yo, this shit bangs, let us know. But you got anything else?
That's everything, I think. So
All right. Well, thank y'all for watching. Go ahead and please subscribe if you're on Spotify. Give us a follow and rate the podcast.
go save our fucking playlists.
Go save the goddamn playlist.
If you like music, then act like it.
If you like music and you like us, act like it.
Yeah, act like a real music lover and
exactly. Save the playlists. And
I know Rochelle got me.
yeah,
She's real.
and go. If you got the extra change, support the GoFundMe if you can. Can't, don't worry. We know you love us.
It's a beer fund.
It's It's
No,
really
I'm just kidding.
$600 for beer. That's all it is. So we can get drunk on this.
I'm just kidding.
I'm not. All right, y'all have a good one. Later.